is a rosy applesauce filling for my pink applesauce tart. And to gild the lily, it's brushed with an apple brandy and quince paste. It's a glaze for a spectacular finish. Now, first, make the applesauce. We're using 2 pounds of red Rome apples and 4 pounds of reddest-skinned McIntosh apples I could find. And I've just taken out the cores and the seeds. To that, a half a cup of fresh lemon juice. Squeeze it yourself, make sure it's fresh. And about 1.5 cups of water. Now cover this and bring it to a boil and simmer until the apples are very soft. And stir the apples just once or twice during cooking. Now we're using the same pâte sucrée extra for the apple tart. On a lightly floured surface, roll the dough into a large rectangle, just about the size of your pan. And to get it onto the pan, just roll it over your pan, and then square this off with a pastry cutter. Chill it again in the refrigerator until it is nice and stiff while you make the rest of your filling. Once the apples cook down, take out the skins. Now measure out 2 cups of the pink applesauce. And there's no sugar. Remember, I had added no sugar to this whatsoever. There, so that's what we need. And now I'm going to show you how to assemble your beautiful applesauce tart. So here's our beautiful pastry ready to stack with apples. We first have to slice the apples. I have cut the apples in half, and if you have a nice little mandolin like this, use it, because this is by far the easiest way to slice apples quickly and evenly. See how nicely they slice? Stack them, cut the cores out. You can use an apple core if you so choose, but this is an easy way to do it too. So spread the 2 cups of applesauce evenly over the entire surface of your pastry, except for the outer inch. The outer inch will be your edge. And as you slice your apples, you place them in overlapping rectangles. 6 slices this way, and then 6 slices in the opposite direction. Continue until you're done with the entire tart. And then brush with lemon juice to keep the apples from browning. This really does the trick. So now once you get all the apples in place, fold up the edges to make a nice little envelope for the apples. There, very nice. And now your egg wash, just a softly beaten egg right on the edge. This will let the beautiful glistening sanding sugar adhere to the edge and make a tasty crust. And while this is in the oven baking, I will make the glaze. You can use your fingertips to do this. Your oven should be preheated to 375 degrees, and this will bake for 45 to 55 minutes. You want the crust to be a deep golden brown, and the apples juicy and tender. Into the oven. Set your timer. So now for the glaze. In a medium saucepan, all those apple scraps from your sliced apples, half a cup of water, a pinch of salt, some quince paste. You can buy quince paste in the Spanish portion of your supermarket. It's delicious, and it's made out of the quince fruit. And 3 tablespoons of apple brandy. So let that cook for approximately 20 minutes. It makes a wonderful, tasty glaze. But I have one already made so that we don't have to wait for 20 minutes, and this can be put through a sieve. Just get all the juices and all the pulp through the sieve. Oh, and by the way, when this is finished cooking after 20 minutes, add a tablespoon of butter just to enrich the glaze. There, that's your beautiful brandy glaze. And the top of the tart gets brushed liberally with this glaze. Don't get it on the crust. You want the crust crunchy. You want all the flavor of this glaze with its brandy and butter and apple and quince to be right here on top of the apples. The tart is best served at room temperature, and it is sure to become one of your favorites, especially when apples are in season. You can serve this with a dollop of whipped cream. You can serve this with ice cream if you like, or as is.